Hello everybody, it's me, the Hero Teacher, and I welcome you all on my channel. And in today's video, we're going to talk about how to remember almost all the words that we study in English. I've been teaching English and IELTS for over 10 years, and during this period, I have tried various methods of actually remembering almost all the words that I study in English. Well, expanding our vocabulary is something that I would say everybody struggles with, right? So we all want to have a large vocabulary. We'd like to know many words, both academic and general, and we'd like to remember them during our conversations, during the exams, etc., etc. Well, there are many methods to do that. Well, some instructors may recommend a particular method, another instructor may recommend something different, but in this video I'm going to show you something that I personally use and I've also seen the benefit of. Now you can see my screen. Well, here is the screen, and this is a Word document that I created. This is something, actually it's Google Doc document. You can easily create it on Google Drive. It's very easy. And if you notice, it's the word itself, meaning, very simple structure. It's synonym or synonyms. It's form, either it's a noun, adjective, verb, etc. And a sample sentence or sentences. Well, this is again the simplest structure that you can find on the internet. I don't want to overcomplicate it because I want you to actually use it. Then when you have something like that on a Word document, on a Google Doc or Notion or whatever you are actually using, it is time to start reading. Well, if you want to develop your vocabulary, if you want to boost your vocabulary, you need to read like crazy, because reading basically is the very foundational skill that you need to develop. Then vocabulary is developed on top of your reading skills. If you're not a reader, unfortunately, your vocabulary is not going to expand. Well, you can do it through listening, you can do it even through speaking, but reading is the most fundamental and effective way of vocabulary expansion. So you can read novels, you can read different sources, but if you are a computer guy, then I recommend you to use newspaper websites. For example, the particular one that I'm going to use for this video is called theguardian.com, which I'm going to place the link in the description, so you can find it and use it yourself. Well, the website actually features many different topics. Well, we've got news, opinions, sport, culture, lifestyle. Well, I've chosen culture, and I'm going to choose a random article that I just see. By the way, the reason why I'm shooting this video completely spontaneously is because I want you to actually use this method as naturally as I am right now. Because if it is a rehearsed video, then all the words that I am choosing will be rehearsed or pre-planned. I don't want this to happen. I want to be 100% honest with you. So that's why everything you see here is happening at this time. I haven't planned it. I just want to be honest and spontaneous. Well, let's go with this. Time isn't on my side. AU pays vocalist, something like that. Okay. When you open it, well, I'm not very interested in music, but well, this is an article I've chosen. Now, what we do is this. As you read the article, you need to take the words that you think are useful for you. That's the idea. If the word is not useful or you think you're not going to use it, I wouldn't bother. I mean, you have to build your vocabulary based on the words that you think you're going to use. Because there are more than 2 million words in the English language, and you can't possibly know all of them. Otherwise, you would be a live dictionary. So, well, let's start reading. At the height of her music career in the early 1980s, Leslie Woods, sorry for mispronouncing the words, got accustomed to dealing with irate men. Okay, this word, for example, I actually don't know this word. I don't know what it means. I may have mispronounced it, but let's see what this means. I am copying this word and I'm going to a website called, dictionary.cambridge.organization. Well, this is my go-to online dictionary that has been solid for years. It's brilliant, and I recommend this website to all you guys who are studying English out there. I paste it here, and yes, I see that this is an actual word, and immediately after making sure that this word is an actual word, because sometimes the words used in articles may not be actual words, they could be acronyms or like stuff that probably have no meaning, or a very specific meaning that people don't know. So the word is this, right? Now I need to find out its meaning. By the way, the pronunciation.
Irate.
Irate. So the correct pronunciation is irate.
Irate.
I can do this UK pronunciation.
Irate.
Or American pronunciation, and the American one.
Irate.
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 Irate. Okay. Roughly the same. And it means very angry. This means very angry. Probably also very irritated, right? But I can still check more. So it's, yeah, basically very angry. So that means very angry. And let's see if I can find any synonyms to that. Furious. Yes, furious. Perfect. I already have found a synonym, which is furious. You can say, how did you find it? Look, I just found it here. Furious. This website also provides you with some synonyms that you can use, and I always recommend you guys to write down possible synonyms, at least one, because when you write more synonyms, and these synonyms in case are the words that you don't know, that'll kind of like make your job more difficult, because you are trying to study this word, right? Irate. Okay, so furious is a synonym that I actually knew. So I'm using synonym to help me understand the word even better on top of my meaning. So it's very angry, very irritated, and the synonym is furious. Perfect. And when it comes to form, I have to do what? Well, I'm sorry if I'm going a little bit fast, because sometimes I'm very excited to learn something new. Say it's a new word or a grammar rule or something. So when I'm learning, I'm very excited, and when I'm excited, I may speak a little bit faster, so I apologize for that. Well, form of this word is adjective. Well, yes, it's an adjective, and that's it. Look, the word is irate. I know how it is pronounced because I just checked it on the dictionary. I know it means very angry and irritated. A synonym can be furious. It's an adjective. Once I understand it, because the reason why I check the form is because I can easily use it in my future sentences, or in my speaking, or in my writing. Otherwise, it'll be difficult for me. So I understood the meaning, and now it is time to practice. When it is about sample sentences, I want you to go crazy about writing sentences, because the more you use the new word in sentences, the better and easier it'll be for you to remember. Now, irate. Okay, so he was irate when he knew his exam results. So irate here obviously is very angry, and he was angry about his exam results. You see, I already kind of understand how to use it, and that's an actual practice that I am doing. Next, I would be, you see, I'm using very simple sentences. Irate if I knew he was not going to attend the party. So I would be, right? So I would be furious. I would be very angry. Okay, I'm just using sentences. Again, these are not planned sentences, so I try to make them as simple as possible so that I can learn it. Well, next, another sentence. For example, the teacher became irate because the students kept distracting her. Oh my God, another sentence. Look, it's already the third sentence that I have used this particular word in. And probably over the screen there, you also are becoming, how would I say, like accustomed to this word. This word is not an unfamiliar word to you anymore. This is something that you already feel close to. Irate, because we've been using it for the last 5 or 6 minutes. We've already identified the meaning. We've identified at least one synonym. We know it's an adjective, and we've used it in 3 sentences. Yes, for the last 5 minutes, we've studied only one word, but it's effective. This word probably is not going to be easily forgotten, obviously, in case you keep using it after this video. Next, let's write one final sentence, and that will finish our kind of like small document for this word irate. Now thinking just to make it easy. Well, because my dad actually was irate, I could not speak to him about buying a new car for me. Wow. Yeah, something interesting. The reason why he couldn't speak to his dad was because the dad was furious, irate. Okay? Now, again, you may be wondering whether or not these sentences are actually natural. Well, because you have actually obtained the meaning, you know it means very angry, you know it is furious. The sentences you are using, well, here is something, yeah. The sentences you are trying to make may not be grammatically correct in your first attempt, which is totally fine, because you are attempting to use this recently learned word in a sentence. All grammar mistakes, I mean initial grammar mistakes, are fine, because again, it's vocabulary expansion, it's not grammar development. Do not put yourself under more stress. You do not think you also have to be very, very good or accurate in grammar, because this is all part of the learning journey, isn't it? So don't worry about the grammar. Obviously, the reason why I try to make all these sentences as simple as possible is because I don't want my mind to worry about the grammar side of the sentences. I just want to use the word. I just want to practice the word, because it's something new for me and I just learned it. I write. Perfect. You see, what happens is this. The creation of this document is going to take 2 minutes of your time, obviously. You need to specify the verb part, you need to specify the meaning, like definition, if you put it this way. At this one synonym, its form, and sample one or many sentences. Well, there is no limit to writing sample sentences. You can write like 10 sample sentences, no worries. Well, there is this second document, and I'd like to practice the second word. Like, let's continue reading this. Okay, irate as the singer. Like, I mean, again, I'm speaking a little bit fast, but again, I'm very excited. Well, as a singer and guitarist of AU Pairs, the Birmingham post-punk four-piece, she recalls guys being aggressive purely because you were a woman on stage. Okay, let's take this word purely. Well, I know what purely means, but let's suppose I don't. I'm taking this word, Command C, but for those who use Windows, you can do like Control C, and I paste it here. Well, let me paste, yeah. So that's the word purely. And I need to find out what the meaning of this word is. I come back to my dictionary, I write down purely. I know it's going to be an adverb because of that ly suffix, but I still want to check it. Yes, it's an adverb. I know it. Pronunciation, purely. Purely.
Purely.
Purely, okay. And C1 meaning says only. Okay. So it can be only, all right. It's an adverb, right? Adverb, and let's see if we can find synonyms. Well. Just can be used as a synonym. So we've got only, that's the meaning, and synonym is just. Well, the meaning is some sort of another synonym. In some cases, look, here in meaning we got very angry. Actually, very angry is also a synonym to irate, right? But in the meaning part, sometimes there will be words that you can't find synonyms for, so you'll write down the meaning, okay, or the definition. Or vice versa, you may not find an exact meaning, or like you can't put it in words, like what this word means. Sometimes it happens. You can just write down the synonyms as the meaning. Like, I mean, you don't have to write down meaning and synonyms for all words. You can write one and keep the other blank, which is totally fine, because both of these parts, I mean, meaning and synonyms, help us understand the word. Synonym, if the word is known to us, if we already know this word, then it can be used. No, if we don't know any of the synonyms, so that's going to be an extra layer of studies, so I just skip that and focus on meaning, definition. Cool. So purely means only or just, and it's an adverb. Now it is time to write down some sentences to use purely with the meaning of only. Like, he purely wanted to succeed in this project. So that means he just wanted, or he only wanted to succeed in this project, okay? Or next, his aim was purely to destroy the relationship. Wow, that's bad, that's savage. So was purely to destroy means like he just wanted to destroy the relationship. That was his aim, right? Another one, this computer, let's see, is purely good for food. Good for what? Productivity tasks or multitasking, not for gaming, right? Something like that. So this computer is only good for multitasking, but not for gaming, right? So again, I've used the word purely in 3 sentences. Again, purely. Now that I use it in a sentence, I do understand the grammar, I understand the meaning better, and it helps me remember. Like later, when you see this word in another sentence from different contexts, you're going to remember it easily. You'll at least understand the meaning, and then with further practicing, it'll be a part of your active vocabulary. Well, I don't want this video to be very long. That's why I just practiced 2 words. And again, as I said in the beginning of this video, it's completely spontaneous. I haven't planned this video. I just wanted to show you guys that with this method, you can enlarge your vocabulary, expand your vocabulary. Yes, it's a little sluggish, so you're not going to learn or add new words to your vocabulary very fast, or like 10-20 words a day, but it's effective. You may add 5 words a day to your vocabulary, and by the end of a month you will already have learned 150 words. And if you multiply it by 12 for just a year, it's going to be 1,800 active words, and that is massive. If you're somewhere in pre-intermediate or intermediate and add in 1,800 words to your active vocabulary, and like you know how to use these words, you know what form they have, you know their synonyms, that's going to be massive. Again, expansion of one's vocabulary is not happening instantaneously, but it is possible with this method. And please let me know if you already use this method, and you are boosting your vocabulary. Thank you very much for watching. Thank you very much for supporting me. If you think this type of videos helps people become better in English, please leave a like and subscribe to this channel. And thank you very much for everything. See you in my next videos. Bye-bye.